During this section, we'll talk about using the TEC Trainer to demonstrate the use of other equipment. You could because both the exhaust fan flow meter and the flow blaster, the sizes of them will fit onto that white attachment plate. You could use the blower door to simulate a flow and use the exhaust fan flow meter or the flow blaster to measure that flow. Because of other leakage within that system, it's not going to be, you're not going to get the same reading on the blower door that you would through the exhaust fan flow meter or the flow blaster, but it's more to demonstrate the use of it. The flow, you'll use ring C, and ring C will have flow between 85 and 300 CFM. And for the flow blaster, you can use it to measure either supply or return flow. So you could set up the blower door either to pressurize or depressurize. But with the exhaust fan flow meter, you will have to set it up for the depressurization mode. So you'll have to turn the blower door around. So what you see from the classroom is the metal grate and the ring. The rings are inside the enclosure, so you're depressurizing. And the exhaust fan flow meter is accurate from 10 to about 125 CFM. So you'll need to, the low end of the, you'll need to set that fan going pretty low, less than 125 CFM on the blower door when you use the exhaust fan flow meter to demonstrate it. So that's useful to be able to run through the use of those in front of a classroom also. You could use it if you've got multiple trainers and multiple blower doors, which is helpful if you want to give some people hands-on time. So maybe you'll have multiple trainers. You can introduce a couple of additional concepts. Townhouse guarded testing would be one of them. And first, I'll go over a little bit about how to make these connections. What I've done successfully for trainings is to set it up with only legs on the two outside trainers. So you take the legs off where they're connected. So you just have the set of legs on the far sides, and you make the connection between, the only thing that's holding the two trainers together is the two-sided Velcro that makes up the window, the adjustment window. And so you attach them, you line up the holes, and make that connection using the Velcro, and that has turned out to be a very stable system. And you can unzip the back opening and make sure that it's attached properly, and then you can push up the opening to adjust the size of the opening between units. And what I'm referring to when I talk about guarded testing for townhomes is you'll get a different reading if you do one blower door at a time compared to having all three running at the same time. When you have all three running at the same time, they're all at the same pressure, and because they're all at the same pressure, there's no airflow across the leak between the two units. So you can demonstrate guarded testing that way. Test the units one at a time, and then test all three together. You can also demonstrate some zone pressure diagnostics. You could say one side is a garage and the other side is an attic, and measure pressures between units, and maybe do some advanced zone pressure diagnostics by opening the window and back to relieve the pressure from the house to outside. Doing add a hole, open a door type advanced zone pressure diagnostics, and that's a real effective way to introduce some of these concepts to your students. You can also simulate big building testing, and it is possible to set up a 3-fan system in a 6A opening like this. It's tight. It's real tight getting that top fan in, but it is possible to set up a 3-fan system in the trainer and demonstrate the TEC log to software during that setup. So that's kind of nice to have that option of setting up a 3-fan system and demonstrating that software. Well, thank you for attending our webinar today. And like I say, this will be available at the Energy Conservatory website soon. And if you have anybody else who might be interested in viewing this, certainly pass on that information. And there are a number of other past webinars and trainings that we have up on our website that you can visit and feel free to use during your trainings. My phone number and TEC's phone number is on the screen here, and my email address. So feel free to contact me if you have questions in the future. Thank you.